Hey guys, I'm Logan. This is The Long Drive, and this will be the last episode before I move. That's right, it is here. It is time. Well, it's almost time. It is. There we go. It's close enough that this is going to be the last episode before I move. Assuming nothing gets broken in the move, nothing gets lost, what have you. I will be back on time next week, and everything should continue on just like it is now, hopefully. The only thing that I can see being impacted might be Hydra. I missed a week there, got out this week's episode, so that's about the only thing I can figure that might be missing next week, just because that's going to be the first week in the new place. That's going to be trying to get everything unpacked and sorted and put away. All the computer equipment should be up and ready, though, before I need to do that, but you never know. Moving is always a hassle. It's always a pain. It's never something that I enjoy doing. People that move a lot, I don't know how you do it. Congrats to you. I imagine at a certain point, like, you have a rhythm. Like, oh, we know exactly how to pack things for maximum storage, for maximum, ease of packing, things like that. So I'd say eventually it gets easier. I just don't do it enough to have that knowledge. So it's a pain. I don't like it. But anyway, we are back in the long drive. We are going already. We're zipping down the road. We are over 3,150 kilometers. Yeah, I think it's at 3,155 when we started. So we are quickly making our way toward that magical 5,000 kilometer mark. Ooh, there we go. To get to the end of the game. So, good times. We're cruising. We're having fun. We're enjoying ourselves. There's a watchtower. I don't foresee us making a whole lot of stops today. I really just want to get some mileage in. We have... I bet we're hungry, aren't we? No, we are not hungry. We're not thirsty. We don't have to potty. I think we are in a good spot, my friends, to just drive. It's been a little while since we really just kind of got to drive and go a long way. We have a full tank of gas. We have food. We have water. We have ammo. We have just about everything we could need. As long as I don't royally screw up and wreck the car, this should be a good day. Oh, it's pretty smooth out. We're doing up and down some hills, but nothing outrageous, nothing terrible. Like there's a dust storm. Nope, that's just a cloud. We still need to explore one of those at some point if we come across one. I imagine it would be a lot worse if you're playing where nothing is locked down, which maybe on the return trip we might do. The only problem with it is the stuff inside the trunk likes to explode or fall through. When they first pushed that update and started doing that, I didn't realize it had been added. And the stuff in my car just all kept falling through. When the game loaded in, it was atrocious. And luckily I was able to find that setting and turn it off, but I don't know if we want to go through that again. Oh, rabbits falling from the sky. Ooh, oh, rock. Okay. So I hope you guys are doing well. It's been, I think I pushed out the last episode of this on time, so it's been about a week. So nothing crazy has happened. Started watching a new movie, was it Unwelcome? An English family moves over to Ireland, and there's like local superstition of like goblins or trolls or gnomes or something like living in the woods. So it's kind of interesting so far. We'll see how that goes. I need to finish it. Something happened with it last night. I was watching and the sound just dropped out. Couldn't get to come back, so I don't know if it's a problem with my TV or the stream or what, but I need to try it again. But other than that, I don't think anything else is crazy going on. I've just been packing, getting ready for the move. Let me tell you, it has been crazy trying to get everything ready. I've already gotten a few trips over to the new place. The movers, I think I've said, I'm just letting them deal with the big heavy stuff for the most part. And from there, I'm going to deal with a lot of the smaller stuff. Because I have a truck and I can, and it saves on having to pay them. Which is always good. Oop, I think the sound cut out there for a second. If it did, I apologize. But yeah, the less I have to pay them, the better. So I will be happy with that. Oh my. I don't know if you heard that or not, but that was a big old boom of thunder that happened right behind my head. Oh, it is still rumbling. Wow. That was a big old boom of thunder. They said it was supposed to roll in, but not until later this afternoon, evening, I think, which is kind of surprising that it's rolling in now. Of course, I think I've said it before, but I will say it again. I think the weatherman is the only job in the world where you can be wrong 80% of the time and keep your job. Anybody else try to do that, they'd be fired on the spot. Now, don't get me wrong, weather forecasting is super hard. You know, we still have a lot to learn. We've learned a lot, obviously, about weather patterns, how things work, what causes different types of weather, things like that. But clearly, we still have a long way to go. The most egregious things I found, of course, are like snowfall. So the area that I live in like a valley of the Appalachians. So we don't get as much as like the top of the mountains, of course. But they'll be like, oh, the valleys can expect, I don't know, whatever, like an inch of snow, 1 to 2 inches of snow. Higher elevations, 2 to 3. You get nothing. Maybe a dusting. And then, of course, growing up, it was always, if they called for a dusting, you were getting out of school the next day because you would get inches. If they were calling for inches, be prepared to go because you would get a dusting, if anything. That tends to still hold true as I've gotten older. My biggest thing is right now I live in a city right next to a chemical plant, and I swear that chemical plant ruins the chance of snow. My parents, they live half an hour down the road, close to where I'm moving. They would get 2 inches, and I'm like, yeah, I got nothing. Like, not even enough to cover the roofs around me. So I blame the chemical plant. Whether it's them or not, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I blame them just for funsies. Adam works there, so I like to give him a hard time about it. But that's it. And then, of course, I don't like the way that they say things, because they say things in a way that makes sense if you understand it. But if you don't realize how they're explaining things and the terminology that they use, it doesn't make sense. And I feel like for something you're being pushed out to everybody, educated, layman, what have you, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. And then there's even some things that have multiple meanings. So, for example, when I was in college, I was taught that X% of whatever weather on a given day means that on days like that, so say it's a 70 degree, 30% humidity day on July 4th, and they say there's a 30% chance of rain. I was taught in college that that meant on days exactly like that, in that general time frame, within like a week or so, that it has rained 30% of the days. Here lately, I've been hearing, oh no, they're saying that in a given range, like say they cover 30 square miles, in that 30 square mile range, 30% chance of rain means that 30% of that 30-mile range will be rained on. 100% chance of rain means everywhere within that range will get rained on. But then I just recently heard a guy who said he was a meteorologist say that that also included his, oh no, please stop, oh no, please stop, come on, stop, we lost the headlight, we're on our roof. Alright, we're good. I mean, we lost the headlight, so we're not good. Ow. Okay. We need to... What's happening? Okay, here we go. We need to fall asleep, try to find our headlight. But, I think it was a rock in the road. Oh, we lost our trunk, too. Oh, no. We lost the trunk. We didn't lose any mirrors. Didn't lose any wheels. We lost 3 hubcaps and a headlight and the trunk. The trunk I care about the most. Headlights are easy to replace. I think I see the trunk right there. We lose hubcaps all the time, so I pretty much could not care less about hubcaps. Because like I said, we lose them all the time. They're easy enough to find. Headlights are easy enough. I just don't like dealing with them when we lose them. Especially if we lose more than one or two. Now obviously we have 4. So that's better than if we were to have, 2 headlights and lose 1. Alright, I'm about to say it's not worth it. I'm not even sure where we popped off. I think it was that rock back there. So I know we saw this building. Maybe it was the rock at the building. Is this the rock that we hit? That might make sense. And then we went flippity floppity. But I'm not seeing our headlight. So I'm probably going to continue on. I think that's a rock. That's a rock. We got our trunk, which is the most important thing. I think we have a spare headlight or 2 in the car. So I'm not super worried. So yeah, I think we're going to continue on. Wait, what's that over there? Looks like something. What are you? Are you a hubcap? You are the headlight. Yay. Maybe we already lost the headlights or the hubcaps and I was misremembering. I think we did actually. Alright, so back in the car, off we go. Alonzi. But what I was saying before I so rudely interrupted myself by wrecking was that this guy who said he was a meteorologist said that on top of the 30% chance of a given area, it's also part of like his certainty, his thought on how certain he is that that will happen. So if there's a 60% chance that a 60% or 60% of an area will get rain, multiplied by his 30% certainty, then you get a number, and that's how you actually calculate like the chances that it's going to rain. Like, he's very certain that 30%, then you get like, that 30%. But if he's only 50% confident that that 30%, then you cut that down to like 0.15 or 15%. It's crazy. It's just, it makes no sense. And it's one of those things that, like I said, I would think if you're pushing that kind of relevant data to a mass group, you need to not only put it in terms that everybody can understand, but you need to do a better job of explaining any kind of industry terms that you're using. If you're in one particular field, an acronym means this. If you're in another field, it means this. What just happened? What on earth? What the crap was that? What the crap? What is going on with our car? What is this? What? Bruh. What the crap just happened? So we're just chilling, minding our own business. There's no rocks, there's nothing in the road. And it's like the car just sunk into the ground. And then slammed us head first into the dashboard. Ripped off 2 wheels. Knocked off a bunch of crap. Dude, what the crap? That's the kind of thing you have to expect in this game. I have not seen it in a long time. So I also foolishly thought that it was fixed. Obviously it is not. Alright, why are you not wanting to connect anywhere? Nope, dang it. I don't know where the other one is. Dang. That was an intense wreck. I have not seen a wreck like that in a long time. And I mean a long time. I thought a lot of those kind of bugs had been ironed out. I guess not. Oh, that tumbleweed almost got me. I thought it was a bunny. Alright, well I think other than that we're safe. As far as like stuff being lost. There we go. Alright, that was an insane wreck. I don't know what happened. Don't know what caused that. Are we good? Yep, okay, we're good, I think. Man, that was intense. I don't know what caused that. I think there's probably just a part in the road that the physics did not like. Because all of a sudden we're cruising, boom. Blood on the dashboard. That was rough. I think we might stop, stretch our legs after that wreck. See what's over here. See if there's any zombie guys. Any zombies? I'm not seeing any. Are we safe? There's a bunny over there. Oh, there's an autosave. Alright, so bunnies over there. Oh, there's one. Got him. Luckily, he was stuck behind a board and did not come out after us. Now, the one thing that's really going to terrify me if they ever do it is if they add one like in the outhouses, and so you're chilling, then all of a sudden the outhouse just swings open. That's going to be absolutely terrifying. Please tell me there's some in here. Yes. Boom. We got that reloaded, almost full. We're not real hungry, but we could eat. There we go. Got our food up. There we go. Food's up. Now we got a potty, of course, because why not? I'm not seeing anything else in here of use. There might be something up top, but there's generally not. So I think we're okay as far as getting stuff out of here. Nope, we're stuck because I opened the fridge door. Close the fridge. Whew. Alright. Full Volkswagen. Not super interested in. Alright, so I think we're set. There's some cactus in the car. How did that cactus get in the car? Maybe I ran over it last time. Who knows, my friends? Who knows? Alright. But yeah, like industry standard terms. Like, I get that every industry has its own terminology, and once you've been in that industry for a while, you're going to learn it, you're going to learn the lingo. But expecting people outside of that area to understand it, it doesn't make sense. So I don't get why weather forecasters expect that everybody understands how they're calculating a 30% chance of something. Because if you tell me, like, I'm watching in that 30 square mile zone, and you tell me, hey, there's a 30% chance of rain, in my mind, that means there's a 70% chance I don't get rained on. Right? Not that 30% of the area is going to get rain. They don't do a good job of explaining that, in my opinion. Maybe they do, and I just don't pay enough attention. It's really hard to tell. Oh, jeez. Oh, I was trying to avoid that rock, and I got myself sideways. There we go. Come on. Back on the gas. Back on the gas. There we go. We skidded to a stop. It's alright, though. It's alright. We're good. We're good. We're back on the road. There's a rock. Whoosh. Okay. Sew. So I heard they're remaking Hellboy again, like another reboot. Because, they had the originals with Ron Perlman, which I reckon a lot of people loved. Then they did the reboot a couple years ago with David Harbour, the guy that played Hopper on Stranger Things and Santa Claus in Violent Night, which is a really good movie. I enjoyed it. And then I think a lot of people didn't care for it. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know if it was related to, like, the comics, what have you. I don't know. And now they're doing another reboot. I don't know. I don't know that it's needed. I mean, if the last one did that badly, maybe you shelve it for a while. But then again, we had 3 Spider-Man reboots within the span of, 10 years? Because we had the final Tobey film, never got a 4th one, even though they were kind of, like, setting it up, I reckon. They had the 2 Andrew Garfield ones, which I actually enjoyed. I know a lot of people had complaints about them. I enjoyed them quite a bit. I mean, the stories weren't the best, but I thought Andrew did a great job as Spider-Man, and Peter, I really liked it. And then they relaunched it in the Marvel movies with Tom Holland, who I think has also done a fantastic job. Got all 3 of them together for that, that 3rd one of his. I liked it. I haven't been a huge fan of Tom Holland's standalone Spider-Man movies. I feel like, at least with the Marvel ones, he's kind of fit better as like Tony Stark's little protege kind of thing, which I am a little, I don't know. On the one hand, like Peter Parker is Spider-Man, so I get them not making him like the new quote unquote Spider-Man or Iron Man. I don't know that they needed to make a new Iron Man, which, I mean, they're not going with Iron Man. It's going to be, what is it? Iron Heart, I think is what she's called. But I'm not sure that we actually needed that. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Nobody asked for. But apparently the new Ant-Man is not doing so well. Which, I mean, I'm not going to see it. I kind of dropped out of Marvel after Endgame and Infinity War. I thought that was a really good place to end it. Now, I know Marvel's a business. They're in the business of making content that makes money. It's art, but they're making that art for profit. It's not for profit art, or it's not for profit art. So, it's for profit. I get it. It wouldn't have made sense to just end the Marvel movies, which are cash cows, at the end game. I get that. From a storytelling standpoint, thematically, that was a good place to end it. You know, you've lost a main character, or 2 or 3 or 4. You've wrapped up this huge arc that you've been working towards since the beginning. You've established the Avengers. You've dealt with the Infinity Stones and the Infinity Saga, Thanos, that whole threat. I get it. End it there. Kind of, oh, haha, like they're making a new Avengers team, blah, 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 whatever. Let it go. You know, I watched Wanda. It was okay. I didn't care for what they did to her character. It was very weird. I mean, she started out as a bad guy who wasn't really a bad guy. They unbad guyed her to make her an Avenger. She lost her accent, but like her accent comes and goes, and then they're like, oh, WandaVision, she's now a super bad guy. Like, she's imprisoned a whole town and is holding them hostage because she's having a mental breakdown. Oh, you're still a good person. Like, no, you're not. You held an entire town hostage. You need to pay for that. And she goes off and starts becoming like super evil witch. Which, I mean, don't even get me started on the plot for the second Doctor Strange, which basically wasn't even a Doctor Strange movie. It was hers. And he was just in it. And she's like super mega bad guy, trying to take over universes and murdering people just so she can steal somebody else's kids because she made them up in her brain. That doesn't make any sense. None of it made sense. I don't know, maybe I'm old and crotchety. Well, I know I'm old and crotchety. But my point is, it just wasn't great. I'm kind of over it. So, that's it. That's my 2 cents. I'm done. But anywho. Then I watched the Loki series. Was not into it at all. Hawkeye felt like a bait and switch. Like, it's a Hawkeye show. Cool. Where's Hawkeye? Oh yeah, he's not in like the first episode and a half. It's all about this other person. I don't care about her. Where's Hawkeye? Well, she's the new Hawkeye, but we're not going to call her that. And then, what was the other one? Moon Knight. Didn't finish it. Never finished it. They had the animated What If. Never watched those. I don't even know if there's another Marvel show that I haven't watched that's come out since then. Probably is. But I don't know. I've kind of dropped out of the Marvel stuff since then. It's just too hard to keep up with. I mean, when it was, oh, just stay after the movie, watch the post-credit scene, and you'll get some extra info. That's fine. But now you're expected to watch like 4 movies and 3 TV shows and understand all this nonsense of what's going on. Falcon and Winter Soldier, that one. Where they tried to like, he's Captain America. No, Captain America's dead. He's somebody that's called Captain America now. I'd rather call him like Captain Falcon or something. But, or at least like give Bucky the title. Like, Bucky was his buddy. He was also a soldier. Like, that would have made more sense. But just being like, Falcon, you're Captain America now. Like, no. And then trying to make you feel sympathetic for a terrorist organization was just bananas, in my opinion. But anyway, I heard the new one's not doing great. So, who knows? Maybe they'll change things up now that they're realizing they can't just continue on the way they were. This is a really steep grade, by the way. Like, we are going super straight up. That's why we're going so slow. But, yeah, I haven't watched it. I don't really plan on watching it. I watched Thor when it came out on, like, Disney streaming. Did not care for it. I mean, it had its moments, like Chris Hemsworth was fantastic as always. But there was so much of it that just didn't make sense, and even thematically it was conflicted. It's like, do I want to be like a dark, brooding, almost horror movie with this creepy guy that's kidnapping kids and murdering gods? Or do I want to be this weird, goofy, brightly colored comedy where the main guy is in like this weird love triangle with his old weapon and his new one? Super weird, very all over the place. And I really don't know who to blame for it, because like, I enjoyed Taika Waititi's take on Thor and Ragnarok. I loved it. It was one of my favorite ones, if not my favorite Thor. But this third one was just not great. I don't know why, other than those kind of things. But I don't know. Marvel has just kind of lost its magic to me, and it could be that it's just been going for so long. You know, like it started back in 2008, 9, I think it was. So it is a long time. But maybe it's kind of ran its course. But anyway, that is enough ranting and raving for the moment. See if we can get some sleep. We'll sleep through the night. There we are. We're on a bit of an incline. What's going on around us? Now that we can... Oh my. Oh my. Well, it's a good thing we didn't slide off right there. Jeez. That would have been rough. Imagine if we had going 100 miles an hour. Hoi. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. I think we're going to end this one here. Like I said, I should be back next week unless something goes on during the move. But I don't expect that it will. Of course, I mean, you never expect something to break or to go wrong. But in any event, I will try to be back next week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Logan. This is The Long Drive. I appreciate you guys so much more than you know. I will catch you next time.